Sometimes I wonder, what is the significance behind radios? Or what would happen if radios never existed? These are some questions that I come up with a lot of times. Let me explain my job. I'm a ground radio maintainer / operator. I operate radios and I fix radios. I do it seriously and I do it with pride. Like I said, sometimes I think about these questions. So I decided to research a little bit on radios. And the information that I came up with, I decided to share it with you guys. But first, I'll tell you a little bit about the history of radios. Radios began as wireless telegraphy. It was first used during the first 3 decades of radios before the term radios was actually used. More simplistically, another term for it is called Morse code. After radio telegraphy, it became radio telephony. This began the introduction of voice going through radios. It is still being used today by satellite phones, more technically Inmarsats, and also voice over IP phones. Slide. Now I'll just describe a brief history of radios. So now I'll go to the civilian side of radios. First off, you have your AM, FM radios. Also, you have GPS receivers. You also have television, digital radio, or internet radio like Sirius or XM, and also microwavable ovens. Slide. And now I'll go to the military side of radios. First, we have the PSC-5 Delta. This uses ultra-high frequencies, very high frequencies, satellite communications over voice and also data. For the data side, it's technically called Viasat. Also, we have the PRIC 117 Foxtrot. It's the same as the PRIC PSC-5 Delta, but it's being used by different companies. Also, the PRIC 117 Foxtrot uses HPW, or high-powered waveform. The difference between Viasat and high-powered waveforms is Viasat uses a lower data rate than HPW. Next, we have the PRIC 150. This is our commonly used HF radio. The bad thing about HF radios is that a lot of noise and static goes through it, so it's hard to hear the person on the other end. The good news about it is that, say for instance, an EMP goes off and blows up all the satellites in the sky, you can still be able to use this radio. Next, we have the Land Mobile Radio, or the LMR. This is technically called XTS 5000. This is used for portable radio communications. Now that I just briefly explained the history and also radios on the military side and also the civilian side, I'll now go back to the 2 questions that I asked before. What is the significance of radios? And also, what would happen if radios never existed? First off, the significance of radios is that without it, you will never have reliable communications. You'll probably have to use carrier pigeons or smoke signals like the Indians use. And I'm pretty sure that's not very reliable. Also, what would happen if radios never existed? You will never have technology like televisions, microwavable ovens, radios, broadcast stations. You'll never have stuff like cell phones And so you got a brief gist of the point I'm trying to get to. So I hope you take this into consideration. Thank you.